I'm going to talk to you today about World of Warcraft and information literacy practices. So information literacy is someone's ability to seek, evaluate, disseminate, and use information. Digital information does not function in the traditional manner. The traditional model for information literacy is extremely linear. It starts with a person having an information need, moving through a series of steps, and then at the end resolving that information need through using information in a very specific way, usually to create a product. Games create a vast amount of information around them because the community is very activated and very interested, and so through these interest-driven communities, they produce huge amounts of varieties of information, fan fiction, machinima, video tutorials, online walkthroughs. So what I was interested in exploring was how people navigate the space in this gigantic constellation of information, how they actually find and evaluate and determine what information they want to use in what contexts. What happens when someone asks for information in a setting like in-game chat in World of Warcraft is a question goes out, and then a bunch of people respond, and sometimes there's negotiation between people as to what's the right answer, and different people do different parts of the information cycle. So it's not one person in their little lifeboat seeking, doing all of the bits of information and then using it. It's that person asks, other people disseminate it to them, there's evaluation that goes on collaboratively, and then the person ends up with an answer that's very timely and usable, but they had the help of the community in order to reach that. I started interviewing participants who were youth who played World of Warcraft to see how they viewed themselves as connected to this gigantic mass of information available to them. And what I found was that novice players had a much more simplistic version of information seeking, and as they went up in expertise, as you get closer and closer to experts, you find that they have much more complicated information seeking patterns. And so as players move from novice, when they're first learning to use the information, they're first learning the game, they're first learning to understand what's involved in being a player of a game like World of Warcraft, which is vast. It's a vast world. It has many continents, has many player choices to make just creating your character. As a novice, you usually use more basic resources, and as you develop as a player and as an expert, your information literacy practices around the game become much more honed and much more advanced so that you can find information more effectively and more efficiently.